6 years after the Declaration of the United Nations of 1942, on December 10, 1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was issued by the General Assembly of the United Nations, a document that listed all the rules that every single individual had to respect and all the rights that each person possessed. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is an international document recommended by the United Nations General Assembly on December 10, 1948, which establishes the rights and freedoms of all human beings. It consists of 30 articles detailing an individual's fundamental rights and fundamental freedoms, and affirming their universal character as inalienable and applicable to all human beings. Everyone has the right, everywhere, to have his legal personality recognized. This means that every human being is subjected to law wherever he is. It doesn't matter where you are or what you are doing, you will always be subject to your own legal personality. Article 7 declares that all are equal before the law and are entitled, without any discrimination, to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement to such discrimination. It is quite important because over the course of history there have been many issues regarding this topic. For example, there were many rebellions among the townspeople before Magna Carta was issued, because they were treated poorly and their rights were often denied, compared to how the noblemen were treated before the law. Article 9 is very important because during the Middle Ages, before Magna Carta was issued, the populations were subject to abuse of power by the sovereigns, who often arrested the peasants without informing them of their accusations and their punishments. An example is obviously John Lackland, who, after having abused the people multiple times, was forced to guarantee this right. From here comes the first form of today's Article 9. Article 10 declares that everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligations and of any criminal charge against him. Mainly concerns the topic of tribunal hearings, which were not granted in the Middle Ages, where a person could have been arrested and imprisoned without knowing the cause or the charge they were given, because public hearings were rarely allowed and the tribunal wasn't often impartial.